Allegation in the obeyo, now so a trasem, ne drossum, as a sea Captain Kojo Smart, nano eko yi ne car, retired GBC Newscaster, or the Neko PMO courts. Nesika, ma mini demanded no. And on a mouth watch several months monka highway and say, where the pension gift power. But Captain Smart, and some potty ben or kaya, akofasem, abredono. Ebisu crutch, Rema, what's your captain your kaya? Any suit way now. Ladies and gentlemen, you better some more into details. Masrawa, so better video way, no better watching. I'm your comment section. When subscribe here, kindly subscribe to Trends GH on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Bibia Trends GH. Now, as some way yankas and ebusuya, young dom mesuko na impurities no, yen yimbra mochibo guy way so. So as some na say, late former First Lady of this Fourth Republic, Nana J.J Rawlings. Last year, October 23rd, 2025, and Otuya Nananom, Ewan Siedo. No be assume me say, late former First Lady Nana J.J Rawlings, a yadia, Nukunu, a late former President, His Excellency, Flight Lieutenant J.J Rawlings, na Ebano Odo, any senior Oma warrior Ekopadia, Ayasa Bob Marley, any reggae music no, e machapa. So Nana J.J Rawlings, Otuya Nananom won Siedo no 28 November, and omodi ne ye kase pa esese so metre last year mu ho no. Eno na da omuye ne ye Captain Kojo Smart. Okopia mo Onua TV, metre Onua mache ni show no so. Na ensam any allegation be na Captain Smart oka. Ochema J.J Rawlings, late former president. Kai! Emba bia oni omu wo ye apart from Nana J.J Rawlings no. Captain Smart. Obo lady ba ku bi din e wo GBC.
Rawlings ne mami ensa wo yi. Ba when judge makunadu. Aya te ne me bia se. Mami ensa Germany ni ba ko, GBC ni ba ko. Nukrumu ni ba ko. Matre. Na Rawlings no wo ye. Yo Germany no wo 2. GBC 1, Nukrum 3. And others you don't know. But when judge makunadu. Tell me why me body and so Rawlings in the way. What is that credible about Bonte Beka Bibi fa? Men can say me man kwa Bonte kwa wu no mo yere no munye din. But what is say Ajima Kunedu in any of her interviews? What is that about Bonte Ebeka say abaya bi wo GBC obi e wo Germany obi e wo nukurukurum so on ne wo ba and on ne wo bibi ye. What head that was from Ajima? What head that? One says, "Young Papa Rawlings and free one. I can go to no Rawlings or baby." You see, the best thing any woman can ever do for a man is to cover the nakedness of the man.
Now, Obaba ko obo ni di say na oye adwuma e wo GBC Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. What ya Captain Smart body say? Tell man. So 28 November asem we no. Ye free December mu, ye be pie mu e wo January. Eno na ye de sori ya Trends GH. Ye lawsuit a ye ni abobi so no. Ye Ghana Broadcasting Corporation worker. Me no kese o wa humjiem, just o call retirement. Plenty fun ni din e de Salma Ramatu Al Hassan. Just o no the Captain Smart e ko pie mu e wo court no. Na eno na manfo chem say Captain Kojo Smart ye allegation on the Bible no. Or say tell man. But in this case, plenty of no so, Salma Ramatu Al Hassan. Ana any mabima. Captain Smart on Kwano Siu no, or Sansu Siu, Chief Executive Officer for Onua TV. Any hafi Onua TV Ankasa, our monomoya third defendant. Any hafi fourth defendant no, Media General Ghana Limited. Just omo, no moye Ejumekua Onua TV, Esho Mwase. Chief Executive Officer for Onua TV, or also Oshe Onua TV Swa, or Mafa Captain Smart, say Onye Juma Onua TV, Wakokas and Semwe, and into we soon nimpa and Naya, maybe more Mudi Ewo Hono. Now, Ochema Captain Kojo Smart, 28 November 2025, or can send me and Sama Mebo so Ewo Hono. The plaintiff averts that on Friday, the 28th day of November 2025, the first defendant, which is Captain Smart, appeared on the television screen of third defendant, which is Onua TV, and broadcasted innuendos which he knew to be false or without the belief to be true that plaintiff has a child out of wedlock with His Excellency, the late flight Lieutenant J.J Rawlings, former President of the Republic of Ghana. Since some Captain Smart or Kano or portray a plaintiff, which is Salma Ramatu Al-Hassan, a retired GBC newscaster. Magano fo nyina ehun ne se oyobia is a person with loose morals and questionable character. Engages in illicit, adulterous, lustful, and immoral acts with married men, including the late Flight Lieutenant J.J Rawlings, the former President of the Republic of Ghana. Has consequent upon engaging in illicit, adulterous, lustful, and immoral acts, biologically born a child out of wedlock for former President J.J Rawlings. Ivy has by this act of bearing a child out of wedlock for former President Rawlings threatened to break the marriage and home of former President Rawlings and his spouse. V is a woman who is unfit and not deserving of trust and confidence as a responsible citizen of Ghana. Captain Smart Sansmo Baka Yano, ama a portrait ma mene say, Oyobia, ont misha no hoso, owo akondo money, one or Bαby kunu, ni nyina say, o breaki or bafofro, warrior, in this case, no, enunti, na only former late President J.J Rawlings, awono. Afisu Captain Smart nia okan yano, a portrait ma mene say, Oyobia, or unfit, any afisu no, undeserving. Say a man for crampo no ebusia omobaka insembi action and I say omoba have confidence in that woman. Any of you know on sound so on your bia or your Ghanaian or your responsible on peneto to empenanoa and some Captain Smart on one sakano onim say a yantro enunti Captain Smart nya wakano consequences ewo ho enunti osre a high court say a judge no on ye enyo bi emma ono asana nakuma atoniyem obeja Captain Smart mu any afi enkrofo miensa wasan so esi wo mu no na ochema o say a declaration that the electronic broadcast by the first defendant about plaintiff on third defendant television station insinuating that plaintiff has a child out of wedlock with former President Rawlings and telecasted on 28th day of November 2025 is defamatory of plaintiff. An order of perpetual injunction restraining defendants from further broadcasting or publishing such false broadcasts about plaintiff on television and other electronic and social media networks. Sa court no ensanso mfa tabo no ento Captain Kojo Smart so any afimpo no omo ka hu ni nyina no say omo nsan fa nsem bia emfata ebegu the plaintiff no ne hu fi bio emba abonten court no ensha Captain Smart any other three defendants no na ochema o say an order directed to the defendants to retract the false and offensive broadcast about plaintiff to be done on the same channel and networks on which the broadcast was telecasted, given in the same prominence in three separate broadcasts. Migugama, court no, ensign sha Captain Smart. Say, and somebody to ga enya no kra no. Onbetwen sign. Ewo, efidia Captain Smart original swa. Oka sansam no which is Onua TV, mechre Onua match no. Any of you so no, Captain Smart ka sansam no, Onua online. Any other news portals belonging to Media General. Almost article about it. Enunti almost no retracted sa and some and I said that poster omoya yeno. Any afi an order directed at the defendant to apologize in writing to plaintiff, which must be broadcasted on TV, radio, and electronic channels as well as the website of the defendant on three separate broadcasts with the same prominence as the broadcast that defamed the plaintiff. Sir Captain Smart, afi so onfa apology emupi na we dia man nka wana no dembo no omontrongu nkrata so efren koma the plaintiff, which is eye maame a okwa ahomgie mu na oye adwuma ewo GBC no mechre Salma Ramatu Al-Hassan sen some no Captain Smart only two dwa wo ho no ebusua opachaw ayo no ontrongu nkrata so efren koma the plaintiff maboni din ewo ho no na Captain Smart trosa apology ni wi and the Onua TV original kan ye no apology no onkenkan bi ho onjina ho no onkenkan omu wi a Onua website so omo de sa article no kwoto ye any other places omo de article no kwoto ye no omo mfama sa apology ni bi do so no enso ho na ahana eya asam no o say punitive damages against defendant for the defamation of the plaintiff in the sum of 10 million Ghana cedis to be paid to the plaintiff. Sir, asotwe a omo de ma Captain Smart ene say court no ensha captain na ontua sika esombo 10 million Ghana cedis a wo do court sika du mu a 100 billion. Emma retired GBC newscaster Salma Ramatu Al-Hassan say wakansa ma afa no ho a eno de enya no kra enu nti ontua sa sika no Emma no a ebusuan wa amana so osan so kira say apart from 10 million Ghana cedis any afi court no omo kɔ no ehu siketua bi a ebekɔ so no so Captain Smart any afi media general Onua TV any afi chief executive officer for Onua TV no omo na omo fa ho ka no apart from that no enoma bi a judge na nkasa no otenase na no de oye a no de ohu ne say e wasa Captain Smart osan tua Emma retired GBC newscaster Salma Ramatu Al-Hassan court nensha Captain Smart na no so no wontua Emma no nti sese ade Captain Smart na so ayesh e wo monchimonka highway no so but ebusuan what ya Captain Smart edin a oboye no eye Telma but in this case plaintiff no ede Salma Ramatu Al-Hassan ekwa na amanfo chiremu a e bia captain e ho no ono so the lawyers eba argue afa ho feel free natural wadwuma me comment section ho na share video we se na be ya afoforo so omunsa ebeke bi makraw